Small businesses are not wasting their time in any way, shape or form approaching a marketing company. If you don't have the knowledge in something, learn. Before you start asking the questions, you need to give the information. So a marketing expert or specialist is not going to be able to assist you in anything unless they already know your business. The next most important question I would ask if I was a small business owner starting from scratch, where is the best return on investment coming from? As soon as you understand where your return on investment comes from in terms of cost per acquisition of a new client, that's going to help you understand which areas to focus on and where you can actually start building your business. How do I do marketing on a shoestring budget? From a short answer, don't do it on a shoestring budget. If you find something that works, your budget is built in percentages. So if you find something that returns 200%, 500%, 1000% on the dollar that you invest, well, guess what? Your budget's just increased. It's no longer that budget. So what are the things to avoid as a small business when you're starting a marketing campaign? Make sure that you don't invest all your capital into that glossy, amazing looking TVC or that digital video. My advice would be to choose several small channels that you think could work and test them and measure them. If you've got multiple things going, you'll be able to quickly see which ones work and which ones don't. When I speak to small businesses or startups, I encourage them to start measuring and learning from day one. As soon as they start knowing what works, they can build on it, and guess what? They've just made $10 on $1. So now instead of investing in $1, they can invest $10. When a small business starts up, they usually have a lot more time than cash. So if there's things that you're able to do with your time to help aid that process of smarter marketing, go for it. Take the time to get to know who your customers are, their audience, who that audience is, where they hang out online, and then that will allow your marketing partner or yourself to start working out exactly how you can target them. The way that social media is thought about at the moment is it's a marketing channel. No, it's not necessarily a marketing channel. It's actually a communication channel. So as soon as we start changing our thinking of thinking of it as a marketing platform and thinking of it as a communication platform, we can start thinking much differently about it, in which case it's vital to all business. It starts to change when you start using it from a campaign or a marketing channel and you're using paid spend to actively reach out to new customers. At that point, it is a marketing channel and you need to think about return on investment and the costs that you're putting into your media spend and what that is doing in bringing people back to either your Facebook page, your website, or interacting with you with a booking or an inquiry. My advice would be to make sure that you understand what the goals are initially and that they help you understand what those goals are and that you can actually measure it back to true return on investment and future growth. What we tend to do when we work with a small business is really get into their head and understand what it is they're trying to achieve, lay out a sort of roadmap for them in terms of what's going to work, regardless whether we are going to end up working with them in the long term or not. Because if they understand that we're able to help and know the numbers, they can go off on their own and start building the foundations of a successful campaign using their time rather than their money. And then when they are ready, we're able to actually help them take that next step to true success and exponential growth.